Alright, so this video I want to walk you guys through the Ladybug Bead Parties ad campaign that they turned in and give you hopefully some insight into how to organize your ad campaigns. So let's look at their situation analysis, something that you guys obviously will have to have. Let me read you theirs and then we'll talk about it. The jewelry parties currently in the area are Leah Sophia, Premier Jewelry, and Origami Owl, most of which are targeted to older women. There's also a marked lack of children's birthday party choices in the Paducah metropolis area. The main two options for parents are Chuck E. Cheese and Yaya's Island, neither of which has a creative aspect, nor offers children something to take home with them. Chuck E. Cheese can cost as much as $11.99 per child. Previous craft-type children's parties, such as Create Your Own Pottery, were popular even though they charged up to $30 a child. We came up with the Ladybug Bead Party, a company that would host parties for children where they can either make their own necklaces on the spot or take home kits to build with friends at home. The price would retail for $20 per child. We hope to have from 10 to 15 children attending each party. We feel this would be a creative and fun way for children to celebrate big occasions and would be very successful, particularly in this market. So, you can see what they did with that situation analysis. The things that I really like about theirs is they told me what is the current state. What is the current state of the market? They told me that jewelry parties were, that are currently in the area, Leo Sophia, Premier Jewelry, Origami Owl, and then it told me that they also target the older women. They talked about children's birthday parties as another aspect of their business. Chuck E. Cheese and Yaya's Island, they gave prices for them. They also talked about what has been in the past, the Create Your Own Pottery, some of those types of businesses, and then talked about what they would offer. What I didn't like as much in the situation analysis was them talking in the first person, saying, we hope, we have, we think, we feel. You don't need to do that in a situation analysis. What is the current state of the market for your company or your product is your situation analysis. So the campaign strategy. This is where most students get confused. The goal, objective, and strategy, you have to be careful. You need to make sure that it's a goal, an objective, and a strategy. So think about building a graphic where at the top you have your goal. That's your overall goal for your campaign. Underneath that goal, you may have multiple objectives. And then under each objective, then you would have a strategy. 1, 2, it could be 3 strategies per objective. And then under that strategy, then you may have multiple tactics in order to do that. So their goal was to increase awareness and market share of our product in the next 90 days. That is a good goal. That is not too specific where you're getting into tactics, objectives, things like that. So what is the overall goal of your product? Your objective, the one that they use, to sell 300 units in the next 90 days. So obviously, if they meet that objective is going to help them reach that goal, to obviously increase awareness, because if people are buying your product or using your service, then you're increasing the awareness, especially if there's none now because your product or your company doesn't exist. Then they want to increase the market share of their product over the next 90 days. Well, if they are starting with 0 and they sell 300, then that objective obviously means they've met that goal. So underneath that objective, they have a strategy to implement multiple sales promotions to increase awareness and sales. This, to me, it's an okay strategy. It can be developed a little bit more, I think. Think about, you've got your goal, you've got your objective, and now you're looking at your strategy. What is the strategic vision or the strategic plan that you're going to put in place? So underneath that strategy, they have the tactic of using in-home parties as a sales promotion and fundraisers for churches, schools, and Girl Scouts as a public relations campaign. My issue with this tactic, they took a bunch of tactics and put it all together. So what I would expect is they can have all of these tactics underneath that one strategy, underneath that one objective to meet that one overall goal. I would have liked them to separate out in-home parties, fundraisers for churches and schools, and Girl Scouts. I guess that would be it. So they would have the in-home parties as one tactic. Another tactic would have been the fundraisers. So looking at the media strategy, they have 4 media outlets that they would like to use. They have Purchase Area Family Magazine, 98.3 radio station, Facebook, and handouts. Now, they broke it out. I'm going to hold this up and try and show you guys how they broke it out. You can see there that they've got A, B, C, and D for their media strategy. What I would like to see done is you've got a sentence to maybe a paragraph that describes, that tells me what your media strategy is. If your media strategy is to reach potential customers, one, who are those potential customers? They don't tell me in the beginning who their target audience is. You've got to state that as well. So in those first couple sentences, first paragraph or so, you would say that your media strategy is to reach such and such targeted audiences, and you're going to do that through, give me the mediums, through radio, through social media, through television, through magazines, through newspapers, whatever it is. And then go through and break out like they did. So Purchase Area Family Magazine, we chose Purchase Area Family Magazine because it is the go-to guide for parents in the region, including many events and stories pertaining to families. While doing our research for this project, we noticed that many of their advertisements were geared towards children and their parents, and felt this was the most viable option for the majority of our advertising dollar. Again, take the first person out. Don't say we chose, or while doing this research for our project, it's getting a little too personal, a little too wordy. Stick to the facts. Stick to the Purchase Area Family Magazine would be used because blah, blah, blah. It caters to parents and children. If the one thing that they've got missing is how long. What is the length that they want to run? This is a monthly magazine, so are they wanting to run 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? That part of it you need to figure out. The second one they have is 98.3 radio station. 98.3 is the most popular radio station in the area with a wide demographic for their listening audience. a couple things that I have issues with on this one. One, they say it's the most popular radio station in the area. According to who? You have to keep your opinion out of it, if that makes sense. You want to ensure that you are doing what is best for the targeted demographic that your client is looking for. The fact that they have in there 98.3 has a wide demographic for their listening audience. Very true. They do have a wide demographic, but you really need the data to support that if you're going to put that claim in there. Also, they don't tell me when or how many times it's going to run. C, they've got Facebook. Facebook is an ideal medium for reaching all kinds of people and also has the benefit of being free. I like the fact that they put in there the benefit of being free. What I don't like is they say reaching all kinds of people. It's very general. You want to make sure, again, that you're reaching your target audience. Even though it's free, they still need to tell me how often they're going to post. Are they going to advertise at all on Facebook, or is it strictly just using a Facebook page for their business? Are they going to do contests? Again, that's another form of sales promotion. There's a lot more that they could have expanded upon for Facebook. And the last one is handouts. Handouts will supplement our advertising nicely for very little cost. I agree, it will advertise their product. It will supplement, but they don't tell me what it supplements. It supplements from the other media outlets that they use, right? So this, again, too short. That was one line. You need to tell me what handouts you're going to do. Where are you going to have these handouts? Who are you giving these handouts to? You need to be specific on what you're going to do with each media outlet. Their slogan is the next one. Create a memory that will last a lifetime. Now, I'm going to show you, this is one of the flyers that they came up with. And you can see it says create a memory that will last a lifetime. They've got their logo up here. That is their slogan. So everything that they do, they want to ensure that this slogan is on there. The sales promotions, I told you have to have at least 2, I believe. The first, we will print a coupon to appear in our ad and purchase area family magazine for $5 off per child. Now, again, could be a little more specific and take out the we will print. Well, take out the we. This needs to be print coupon in or a coupon to accompany our ad in the purchase area family magazine would be a way to do that. But I like how they said $5 off per child. They tell me what that coupon will actually be. And then B, we will also hold a contest on Facebook once a month to win a free party. They can enter by liking us, and we will also offer a promotion where once a month, whoever shares the best story or memory of a special relationship will also win a free party. This will help bring awareness to our product. We could also have a promotion where anyone who shares our page on their page would receive the discounted price if they booked a party. This has the potential to reach thousands of moms, potential customers, for absolutely no cost. Now, I like their idea. I think they've got a good concept, the contest on Facebook, things like that. However, they chose to put all of that information under the sales promotion, which is fine, but it also needs to be up there with that media strategy. They also are kind of all over the page on what they're going to actually utilize Facebook for. So I if you're going to do that and have that as one of your sales promotions, make sure you categorize it. Make sure there is some logic to it. And again, make sure you have your timeline on there. The seventh thing is the public relations strategy, and here's what they had to say. Our company will put out a press release informing the organizers of Girl Scouts, Sunday school classes and youth groups, and sports teams about the fundraising opportunities of holding parties to sell necklaces. The retail price will be the usual $20. However, the group participating will keep $5 of every necklace sold. So 25% of sales will go to their organization, compared to the usual 10% of most current fundraising opportunities. We hope this will be a big draw to our company, and we'll mention that in the press release. So I like the press release idea, but why did they only send it to those groups? I would make sure that you specify that, and make sure that you're targeting the right audience. The other thing that I liked that they did in this one is they told me exactly how much of each sale. They told me what would be comprised of that fundraising opportunity. Again, the last line, we hope this will be a big draw to our company, and we'll mention that in the press release. There's some grammatical errors there, but we hope. Get rid of it. It doesn't need to be in there. The advertising budget will be based on percentage of sales, in this case 10%. The details are listed below. So they go through and they break out when they are going to run and how much each ad is going to cost. That is something that you have to do for your campaigns. So most of these prices, either I was able to give them, or they were able to go on a website or contact someone at these media outlets to find out the advertising cost. So I'm not going to read that to you, but I will show you how they organized it. And forgive me, this is not easy to do backwards. So you can see for Purchase Area Family Magazine, they've got October, November, and December, an 8th page ad at $120 each for a total of $363. See attached rate card and ad copy for 98.3 FM. 4 radio spots on Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the first, let's see if I can get this closer, for the first 2 weeks of October. 24 radio spots at $10 each for a total of $240. A script is attached. So that's just to give you an idea. They did a great job on the budget. The one thing that I wish they had done in this one is when they were listing the budget, obviously they told me what months, what size ads, how many, how frequently. That's something that really needed to be in the media strategy. Because if I were a real advertising agency and I needed to look quickly and see, okay, so when is this ad going to run? I can quickly go and pull that media strategy, and it tells me right then and there. So, something to keep in mind. They also did a nice job of giving their total advertising budget, along with a short paragraph here to do some explaining. Our projected number of units sold for the first 90 days will be 300 units at $20, or a retail of $6,000 in gross sales, with $603 allocated for advertising. Our budget will come at 10% of sales. So even if we hold only 2 parties a week with 15 children each, we will exceed our goal by $1,200. this could provide us with a cushion if a portion of our necklaces go to the reduced price of $15 per unit. And that's talking about the advertising. With the cost of $5 per unit, our projected profit margin after advertising will be $3,893 or 61.5% gross profit. So I think we did a great job there. And then the last thing, which is optional for you guys, you can come up with some sort of radio commercial, jingle, something like that. So I will show you. I'm not going to sing it by any means or read it. But if you guys know Kurt Engelhart, that he's been in our class a couple times, the technical faculty member or staff member that is at the Paducah campus. He also does radio commercials, and he recorded this for them. So they actually came up with their own commercial, and they had Kurt record it, and they got extra points. Again, that's not something that you have to do by any means. They did provide me with extra material. For example, this is a flyer that they did. Create a memory that will last a lifetime. Although cute, I don't know how practical. I need to know how they would use this. It doesn't have any identifying information. They did do an example of the ad that they would use. We looked at that one flyer right there. They also did an example of the coupon that they would offer in Purchase Area Family Magazine. And I am not sure how they did this other than to cut and paste. But they actually took a page out of Purchase Area Family Magazine and put the ad in there to show what it would actually look like. And then I also told you that they brought in the little containers and put beads in there. They brought in necklaces, and they gave us all one that we could take home to actually make the necklace. So those are the things that I liked about their ad campaign, and some of the recommendations that I have for you guys as you work on yours. Again, it wasn't perfect, but they definitely went above and beyond, actually bringing in a prototype of their product. That is not something that you have to do. You will not lose points for not bringing one in. The other group that had the portable fire extinguisher that had the edible foam but actually put out fires, obviously they didn't create one of those, and that's not a problem. The radio commercial, again, that kind of stuff is extra. But creating the ad, especially if you use in print, I would like to see that. So hopefully this video helps you as you are starting to think about your ad campaign. As I said, you guys can probably get most of it done in class next week. Chapter 13 probably won't take us 20 minutes to do. The review for the study guide is on Canvas. You can pull that, start studying now. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to email me or call me. So I hope you stay warm. I hope you maybe got a day or two off work. At least enjoy your time at home tomorrow evening with not being in class, and enjoy some time with the family. Maybe get out and do some sledding, or just playing in the snow with the kids. So hopefully we warm up. The weather this weekend is not as bad as they're predicting, and we'll be back in class next week. So thanks.